Missed calls, slow replies, and scattered conversations aren't just annoying, they're money left on the table. Make this the year you prioritize your business communications with Quo, spelled Q-U-O. Quo gives your entire team one shared business number for calls and texts, so nothing gets lost and everyone sees the full conversation. You can keep your existing number, easily add teammates, sync your CRM, and scale as you grow. Plus, Quo's built-in AI automatically logs calls, summarizes conversations, and highlights next steps, so nothing slips through the cracks, even after hours. That's why Quo is the #1 rated business phone system on G2, trusted by over 90,000 businesses. Make this the year where no opportunity slips away. Try Quo for free and get 20% off your first 6 months at quo.com/tryquo. That's QUO.com/tryquo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers.
Welcome to the Instagram Stories for Tuesday, March 22nd. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. Slow news day in the Instagram world today, but recently I got some excellent questions via the DM, so I thought this would be a really good chance to review as part of a Q&A session. The first question I want to talk about came from the marrying lady who sent me a DM saying that she loves the podcast, but she wants to know how a Small Potatoes account can get verified to prevent it from being hacked. Great question. I love this. First, those are two separate questions. The first question is, how can a small account get verified? And the second question is, how can you prevent being hacked? Let's take each one of those individually. First, how do you get verified if you're a Small Potatoes account? Love this question. The answer is that if you have press coverage about your company, yourself, your organization, whatever, make sure that you're bookmarking that. And when you have 4, 5, 10 articles, newsworthy things that you are mentioned in, part of, whatever, copy and paste those links and send them to Instagram in your verification. Really, the point of verification is to indicate to the world that you are who you say you are. And if you are being impersonated by other accounts, this account with the check mark is really you. If no one's impersonating you, though, you don't really need verification, but to be honest with you, verification's awesome. I want it, I just don't have it. I've only been mentioned in a couple of articles, so not enough to make the cut in Instagram's eyes. The next question, or the next part of the question, how to prevent being hacked. Two key components there. Number one, pick a strong password, don't give it to anyone. Number two, make sure you have two-factor authentication turned on. Two-factor authentication does add an extra layer of work. When you go to log in, you type in your password, you get a text message with a 6-digit code that you also have to enter into the Instagram app. However, this prevents someone else from accessing your account if they know your password. Never, ever give those two-factor authentication codes to anyone under any circumstances, and you are much less likely to get hacked. You just have to turn on the two-factor authentication first and get used to using it. Other things that you can do include going into the Instagram security settings and seeing what other places you may have logged in from. If, for instance, someone has your password and they log in from a different city or state or country, that's a really good indication that you've been hacked and you should change your information right away. Also in there, in the same security section, you can see what other third-party apps have access to your Instagram account. You may have done that on purpose. Maybe there's a content management tool that you use and you gave them access to your Instagram account. But if you haven't used that account for a long time, maybe it's a good chance to pull back that access, because if that third-party company gets hacked, well, you don't want to open yourself up for losing access to your Instagram account. So that answers both parts of the question: how a Small Potatoes account can get verified and how to prevent being hacked. Those two things aren't necessarily related though. I love answering questions, so if you have one, send me a direct message at Daniel Hill Media. I will feature your question on the show, and if you send me a voice memo, I'll play that on the show too. You can plug your company, your organization, your brand, whatever it is, and this way you get to be part of the show. That's going to do it for today's episode. Be sure to come back tomorrow for more Instagram news, strategy, tips, and more.
I'm not yet a member of the Instagram team, but my podcast covers many Instagram themes. But the name, image, logos are trademarks of Instagram and the LCC in the USA and every territory. Everything I publish independently. Until they let me run my team and start to pay my salary. Not sponsored or endorsed, no lies, no fallacy. I use their logo with permission, not malicious or callously. No trademark violation, filling all criteria. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Daniel Hill Media.
Hey, thanks for listening to the episode and all the way through the end of the rap song. If you are a brand or you work with a brand and you want someone to create content for you, could you please send me a DM? I'm looking for brands to partner with to create content for. It could be video or it could be audio. I'd love to get creative. Please send me a direct message and let's chat.